What's up, guys? UFC Fight Night. Royval versus the other guy, Taira, is in like 40 minutes. And I'm here to break down my fight picks. And I honestly forgot there was even a card this weekend because this card's such a dog shit. But it is what it is. Some of the fights might be alright. I'm not much of a fan of flyweights and other just bad fighters in general. So I just don't like fight nights like this. Anyways, I'm going to go in and break down my fights, or my fight picks, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. And let's start with Clayton Carpenter versus Lucas Rocha. I'm gonna go with Lucas Rocha, I think. I don't know. They're both bad fighters. They're both like, he's just more experienced. His last fight was Contender Series. I don't know. There's just nothing's exciting about either of these dudes. This dude's a bantamweight, I guess. Normally, even though he's tiny. He's got far more experience. He's Brazilian. That's like it. Yeah. That's the things about him. He's beaten Edgar Chairez, which isn't all that great. But this guy, he's fought bums as well. I don't know. It's a tough fight to pick. It's just no fun. Just flip your coin. Pick a flyweight by decision. Cody Haddon versus Dan Argueta. I'm gonna end up going with Cody Haddon here. I'm gonna pick him by round 2 knockout. I just think he's gonna be the better fighter of the two. Dan Argueta is just shit. His only win is against Nick Aguirre. So I just think Haddon will get him out of here. One second. I we're gonna start with Junior Tafa, or moving on to Junior Tafa versus Sean Sharaf. Unfortunately, Chris Barnett is out of the fight now, with Hurricane Milton affecting everything down in Florida where he lived. He, I guess, decided to pull out of the fight. I guess I'll pick Junior Tafa to knock this dude out, but this guy's got a lot of knockouts on his resume as well. And Junior Tafa can easily be bullied and heel hooked by Walter Walker, who is not that great. So just be careful picking Junior Tafa. This dude's a very live dog in that aspect of it. Thimba Grimbo, we're going to pick him to actually get Nico Price out of here. Nico is just older. His most recent win against Alex Morono, that means almost nothing. These losses matter far more than that win does. Then Magrimbo's actually on a good win streak. He's beaten some decent fighters, not great, but I assume Thimba's going to be able to take him down. If he doesn't win by TKO, I assume he's just going to grind out a decision, which I'm actually going to lean towards that. I think he'll just grind out a decision on Nico. JSP versus Pat Sabatini. I'm actually going to go with Pat Sabatini getting the slight upset here over JSP. I think his wrestling will genuinely matter too much. JSP's good enough to stop some of the stuff that Pat Sabatini likes to do, but I'm just not sure whether he can stop him from being able to out-grapple him the entire fight. He has lost by submission before. You might see Sabatini submit him. I feel like it's probably going to end up being a decision for Sabatini as well. I feel like this card's not going to be any kind of exciting. This being another aspect of that. Just pick the guy from Uzbekistan over CJ Vergara. I know nothing about this guy. I'll learn just as much as pretty much anybody else from this fight. I'm going to pick him by... These are all Asian guys. Yeah, pick him by decision. D-Rod should clean up Alex Morono. I feel like this should be a pretty good comeback win for D-Rod. I actually think he's going to knock him out rather than decision, but I might be wrong. It's more of a who cares fight, but yeah. Grant Dawson's a good fighter against Rafa Garcia. To be honest, I don't even remember seeing Rafa Garcia fight recently. Like, I don't know. I can't remember him. Grant Dawson's been fighting. His literal only loss recently is to Bobby Green, and it was a flash knockout, and it just didn't feel like it was a fluke, it feels like, but I don't know. It's fucking Bobby Green. You shouldn't lose to Bobby Green, but I'm going to pick Grant Dawson to grind out a decision. Chidi Njokuani versus Jared Gooden. It's just like Jared Gooden, I don't know, is alright. He's fought some decent guys, but he's lost to Carlston Harris. I'll pick Njokuani by decision. I just don't think he's good enough to get a finish here. Ooh. Impo was able to knock this guy out. What weight class was that in? I'm gonna switch it to knockout. Maybe round 3. Moving on to Brad Tavares and Jun Young Park. I think that Brad Tavares' takedown defense is actually gonna stop Jun Young Park's game entirely, and Brad Tavares, being the better fighter in general, will win this fight. He should win this fight. The Brad Tavares of like 3 years ago at least wins this fight 100% of the time, but I mean, he is older, so who knows if that Brad Tavares can even show up anymore. I'm gonna pick him to show up, but I just don't know what Jun Young Park can do to Brad Tavares outside of try to grapple, but that's just not the game that Tavares is going to lose to typically. I'm going to pick Tavares to win a decision here. Tatsuro Taira versus Brandon Royval. I really don't like Tatsuro Taira's striking. I think he's really, really, really bad at striking. But his grappling's pretty good. I think it's better than Pantojan's, and the submission aspect. So I'm going to pick Taira to submit him in the second round. And I think he'll probably, during a scramble, get a hold of Royval's back and either get a rear naked choke or try to find a submission from there, some sort of submission, like, I don't know what he'll work. He likes funky submissions though, so maybe he'll try to grab something from the back. Anyways, this is the last second. This fight card sucks. I've been watching PKFC instead, and I probably will keep doing that. See ya.